to be pacified. I'm the truth, but some of you would rather pass a lie. On to the next one, epitome of perfection. Most of y'all won't make it. It's the natural selection. Said you do it for the love, but I'm showing no affection. But me, when I spit it, you know that I really mean it. Make the hair stand up on your chest, cause you believe it. I'm bigger than what you seeing, greater than my appearance. My spirit is up ahead of me, running the interference with my speakers on blast. Bump it so you can hear it and fear it. Set the bar too high for you to clear it. That's why they can't touch her. That's why they love her. I'm the star up here with the sky. We both hover. So even if you're learning to fly, you can't cover. Cause we up too high. Play your position down under mud. I hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. I could hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. I could hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. Yeah, I hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. I hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. I could hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. I could hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. Yeah, I hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. I hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. I could hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. I could hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. Yeah, I hear you talking, but you ain't saying nothing.
This is DJ Easy Dick, and this is the Golden Shower Hour. Early in the morning, wake your goat mouth ass up. This is 187.4 FM on your dial, and we flipping it just like this for all you motherfucking real G's out there, huh? Come with the real shit. 187.4 FM on your dial.
Until the tick-tock, you don't stop. Until the beat beeping, you don't free. Check it out, baby, Bubba in the place to be. My name is Snoop, the one they want to speak. So blaze up the bud and break out the champagne, cause we rolling in the fast lane.
All right, this is a Tribute Tuesday. Welcome back to the show, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. I don't care how young you are, man. You got to appreciate these beats. I'm sorry. And you listen to this music today, man, and I swear it's one producer doing all of these beats. Whoever the dude is that does the beats for Future, like he's doing everybody's music. Shit is very basic, very simple. It don't thump. Like this shit right here thumps. Yeah. It's just different, man. Today we're paying homage to the great Dog Pound gangsters, DPG. Shit, dog. Sorry. Also talking about these sports, man. Mike Vick's the big story today. We got entertainment coming up in about 15 minutes. The comments made by Mike Vick about Colin Kaepernick, very disappointing to say the least. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. We'll get back to more of your chat here in a second, but I wanted to touch upon a couple more little stories. Leveon Bell, man, did not sign a long-term deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers at the 4 p.m. deadline on yesterday afternoon. And he says that they weren't even really close at all. He confirmed that he will play on the $12.12 million franchise tag, but isn't sure when he'll sign his tender or report to camp, which begins July 27th. Bell said the negotiations with the Steelers weren't personal and that the team didn't try to knock him for his health history, including multiple knee surgeries and growing and hamstring ailments during the process. Now, let me stop and say something about that. I'm always on the side of the running back, man. I hate how the running back position has been devalued, like over the last decade, really. I played running back my entire life, man, Little League all the way through college. And Le'Veon Bell is special. Like, I ain't never – I like to think that I'm a running back connoisseur, expert. I ain't never seen a running back like this dude, the way this dude plays the game. Now, I totally could understand Pittsburgh having a little bit of apprehension about him, man. He's had some untimely, like, injuries, like little nagging things, too, where his body is in imbalance. When I say imbalance, people that train and played sports, they understand what I'm saying. Like, when you hurt one part of your body, you have to get it 100% strong or the other part of your body, some other part of your body is in balance, and it'll try to overcompensate, and you end up hurting yourself. So that's what happens. I'll never forget when I tore my ACL in college, like a week earlier, I had pulled my hamstring. And the doctors kept telling me that was probably part of the reason on why I had the injury, the big injury with the ACL. And so Le'Veon Bell has, to be as young as he is, to have all these little nagging injuries, man, is concerning. I would be concerned if I was the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now, listen, I can't remember the Pittsburgh Steelers not being fair. They're always regarded as one of the more fairer organizations. They're one of the teams that takes care of its good players. So they don't have that reputation where they're trying to, steal from a pimp or something like that. Like Steelers, they take care of their players usually, historically, the Rooney family. And so I kind of get that. But, man, if this boy is healthy, man, if Le'Veon Bell is healthy, you got to pay him. I mean, easily the best running back in football. Now, Ezekiel Elliott, off the top of my head, Ezekiel Elliott ain't that far behind, but he's so young. He got a lot to do. He's got a lot to that he's probably going to grow in as far as how he plays the game. But, damn it, he came into the league, kicking doors his very first year, his rookie year last year. But when you talk about skill-wise, if you watch Le'Veon Bell, man, he's like a freaking magician. Like, Ninja, you can't stop on a running play. This man will stop, and it'll work out. And he'll just stand there and read his blocks. And we talked about this during the playoffs last year where he had that incredible run the last 2 games of the year, I believe it was, and like the games in the playoffs, the first game in the playoffs, I think the last game in the playoffs last year, he had one of those little nagging injuries, so he wasn't 100%. But, man, that dude is incredible to watch. Steelers got to pay him, and I think the Steelers will pay him. But I can kind of understand them being, cautious because this dude has had a lot of injuries. When you have multiple knee injuries and you play running back, that's not a good thing. But I think they will, at some point, take care of that guy, man. I think they will. And then lastly, football talk. The Detroit Lions have extended former wide receiver Calvin Johnson an invitation to the team's training camp next month in Allen Park, Michigan. Team president Rod Wood told WJR Radio on Monday. Here's a quote. "I did invite him out to training camp." He said on WRJR once again on Monday. "We'll see if he does that. Hopefully he shows up and he's a great player. We want to have him in the tent and not outside of the tent." So it kind of reads, the story kind of reads like they invited him to camp just to come and hang out. But then that last part sounds like they invited this man to come out of retirement. And so if that's the case, like, I don't understand why they think he would do that based on some of the comments that he's made about how he left the team. You remember when they separated ways, the Lions went back and took $1 million out this man's bank account because he didn't come and play. So it's kind of like a bitter situation right now. We'll see. I would love for Calvin Johnson to come back and play football. One of my favorite players of all time. One of the top 5 wide receivers I think I've seen play the game in my life. Maybe a year out. Maybe a year out for him to heal. He had a lot of injuries that he talked about in this whole situation. Maybe a year out and he's fresh and he's healthy. He's still got a lot of football in him. He only played 9 years. And when he was able to go out there and play, he was dominant. So I think he probably got a couple more years in him. I would love for Megatron to come out of retirement and play football again. I would love it. In the chat on Spreaker.com, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, Willie D says, "Well, I don't recall Vick ever standing up on principle for anything." Very true statement. I gave you a couple examples today. From Angry Black Man in chat on Spreaker.com, hairstyle and facial hair dynamics is so 1950s and was once used to discriminate against black men. Vick is misguided on this. 100% agree. And the crazy thing about it is, really, if you think about it, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, like the whole comment about the hair is so insignificant in a real conversation about what you do on the field, your performance. And I found out later in life, man, that, I always thought that your work should speak for itself, but that's not the case. It's this bullshit system that we're in this country, man, where politics come into play. I always thought, man, that I don't have to go and kiss somebody's ass or, play the little corporate games, go and hang out with somebody that I really have nothing in common with after work or whatever. But that's such not the case. Okay? That's such not the case. It's bullshit, but that's not the case. And, to say, for Vick to say something about this man's hair in relation to getting a job and his job performance, or being accepted to the point that these teams will entertain bringing him in, is offensive. And when you think about it, hair, have you seen some of these NBA players? Have you seen the haircut that Josh Jackson got? The haircut that Jason, what's the kid's name? Darren Fox, Justin Jackson. That they call it what do they call it? The Duke starting five haircut? If you had an issue with somebody's haircut, Josh Jackson, Darren Fox, all of these young dudes wearing that starting five haircut would never get a job interview. So that's bullshit. So that's bullshit. To even go there in 2017 with the haircuts that these young boys are wearing today is ridiculous. It doesn't even add up. It doesn't even make sense that you would put that into the conversation of why this man doesn't have a job. And Kesey's right. Maybe it was a Kesey? No, it was Angry Black Man. Angry Black Man is right. 50 years ago, this was commonplace. Okay? But this ain't 50 years ago. When the last time you heard somebody mention, their hairstyle as being an obstacle of getting a job? Like, even discuss that. Like, that's not even in anybody's thought process these days. I thought. And Vick brings that up. Really, Ninja? Once again, I've always, for the most part, been clean cut. I got to be clean cut now because I got the baldy. But that's just my opinion. I've never had a problem with somebody with an afro or cornrows or whatever. I mean, that's silly to have it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. I'll agree, man. Very misguided in those opinions. And once again, I know his manager or his agent or somebody has been telling him what to say ever since he got out of jail. I know it. 100%. Has to be. Entertainment coming up next.
Tonight, I will be magnificent. I will be better than I ever been. I will be free. I will shine bright, reflect the limelight. Do it like this is my last time. I will be me. Can you see me? Standing in front of the crowd with a sound that resounds like thunder. Make them so proud when I rock loud, cause I shut them down and make MCs wonder how I can do it like this at any given time. Give me 16 bars, I get in your mind. Look and you will find that I'm nothing more than a messenger that's blessed with the gift of rhyme. I stay on my grind, trying to find my treasure. Diamonds form under pressure. Spit it so clear, make them all see the picture. Nothing like spitting for those who really get you. Tonight, I will be magnificent. I will be better than I ever been. I will amaze me. True to myself, they can't change me. I will be hip-hop, you don't stop. I will be sitting on the edge of a dream, and I'm always this close. I've been rocking mics up and down the East Coast, done radio shows, been an open mic host. I once even warmed up the crowd for most, but none of that matters when you still punching in, taking calls, and when it all falls down, I'm left wondering where the fire went and how to get it back into my environment. Cause right now I'm living for retirement. I've been doing this so long and I'm still aspiring. Time's moving, looking at the clock, cause it ain't enough to be the dopest MC on the block. I need more of it. I give you all of me with no frontin'. I need y'all to love it. And even if you don't, I'm still coming. Fall for anything if you don't stand for something. Tonight, I will be magnificent. I will be better than I ever been. I will amaze me. True to myself, they can't change me. I will be hip-hop, you don't stop. I change what I can, the things I control. The rest of this, I just let it roll. Say goodbye to the girl with the stagnated flow. I own